Sometimes I feel like if I were in the show of Truman or in a part of the series that is called Pantheon. That is about a guy. Well, that part is about a guy that is trapped in a in a buckle in a temporary bucklet in a time loop that is trapped in a time loop, but he does not exist. He is just a code written in a computer. And yes, well, that guy is always working. Like I sometimes feel in my room and just working every time. And at the end of the day, he is just a program written to be like a factory of the things that he was doing, the task that he was commanded to do. But he was alive. He was a huge. Yes, it was a program, but he was he was a human. He was a human, and he was trapped because he was charged into the computer, and he was working all day without knowing that he was a program. Thinking about that he just was working one day, like, no, because he always forget the the past day. So he thinks he was always thinking about that he was working he was working like if it were always Monday, but it wasn't. It was working like 3 days, 13 days at the real time of 1 hour in the real world, and it was a crazy idea. So yes, we can be a simulation, but I think a simulation in a computer, where I think that we already are one simulation because we have all the body, and the body has these five senses, and the mind needs to understand reality between these five senses. So it is already a simulation. No one feels exactly the same with the same things. Someone can see some colors, and others cannot. And in other areas, someone is better, other is no. We have a lot of talks, a lot of dimensions in our thinking, in our head, and it is like the world. It is like if the world were in our minds, and we had and we live in this, and we have this world that is not the same for everyone. We born different conditions. We born with different bodies. Everything is different. Everything is unique. So we live in a simulation already. We already we already live in a simulation. So that's it. What's the matter if we live in a programmed simulation? What's the difference? What's the difference? How many simulations we have at the same time right now? For example, one of these simulations, one of these, one of these, one of these layers of the simulation is the five senses. One of the other layer is the thoughts that we have in our mind. Sometimes we are thinking all time, and we have not no time to feel our senses. Or sometimes we are feeling something and thinking another one. Sometimes we have like 1,000 expectations of one people, And sometimes we have we cannot stop thinking about that five that infinite bias or prejudices 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 about people, and it is very crazy. It's very crazy because sometimes we think that everyone has the same opportunities, and sometimes we don't know that someone is new at something, and we are thinking that he will be an expert because some days some days a little days later it was I was feeling like quite the same because people was sometimes very serious. I was at the same very nervous because attending people as a waiter because I was thinking that they were thinking about me, that I wasn't doing a good job, but at the same time that I was I just was someone that has too much time over there, and I wasn't good at it, good at my job. I was thinking a lot of things. Uh, uh, that part of the mind, it's crazy. It is not. It is not like fit. It is not. It is not superfluous. It has super. It has purpose. I think that has purpose. That part of the thinking. But I don't know it right now. But yes, only God knows some things that we will never know. So that's it. That's it. Um, well, simulations, reality, reality. What is reality? It's a it is a sentence that said Morpheus to Neo in the movie of Matrix, the first movie. What is reality? If we also live in a simulation of senses, we are trapped. We are we are we are trapped in our bodies already. So, and in our own talks, our talks. So, what is reality? I think that the most important thing is to have no. Yes, well, I think it is not about the fear. It is about to just do it. To just do the things you feel it, that you hear feel, that you heard feel, and and be grateful. Be grateful. And I think that the language of love can go strike all these layers of reality to connect with a deeper part of ourselves and others. So I think that in that way, using the language of love that our heart said, that our heart talks, it is, I think it is a way we can understand reality and the world we live, because we just don't not judge everyone as we were very crazy. So we just like try to understand and just to give a hug, something like that. Not a literally hug, but yes, love go strike, go through all the layers of reality, and can and love love can break chains of fear. That's it for day 15. Today is 19th of June of 2025.